Hello, I'm Julie Samako with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. In this video, a sneak peek look of this month's featured wreath in our Wreath Making of the Month Club. Now I wanted just to show you the color. Before we go into the rest of the tools, I wanted to show you the coloring. That is so important. A lot of people have a hard time trying to figure out what colors to use. Don't know if you know this, but black and white is so popular right now, all through the seasons, no matter what time of the year. So we've got our ribbons. So here you could use either a black and white ribbon or a black and cream ribbon. All right, and then we've got our beautiful sunflowers that have the black in the center. So keep all of this in mind when you're picking out and selecting your florals. So this was the only wreath I had in the wreath shop that was the 18 inches wide. I wanted to make sure that it was a little bit wider, so I was going to use the 18 inch. However, it's a little thin. I think what I'm going to do is use this extra grapevine and just zip tie it to the wreath frame itself. Turn it over, lift up your pointer finger and put the wire underneath, and then start bending the wire to the front all the way to the back. So the reason for me starting this white ribbon in the opposite direction that I started the bottom loops is just to have an even number of loops on either side. Okay, so this is where I'm going to determine, this is the top of my wreath. This is to off-centered, and then I want this bow to be a little off-centered, to be in line. So each, the fern, there's some fern that doesn't bend and then some that does. So the ones with the wire in it, you want to definitely bend it outward to give it a little bit of a shape to it. Remember to bend. You want these to look real. And no flower grows straight up. This is where I'm going to decide if I want to keep this one long or not. No, I think I'm going to go ahead and just divide all of them. When you divide it, you just have, more control over the placement. Definitely want one piece coming out of the center right here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off and just put that to the side. That's what I'm going to put in the middle of that bow. So these are the filler flowers. They go in between the main flowers. And don't forget, you can bend these if you need to. So remember, we still have these these little bit pieces of greenery that came off. This is where you can decide if you need to add greenery anywhere. This is see. I think I want to put some greenery over here on this side. I'm going to look at the bow ribbon first, all the glue strings, but then look at your ribbon loops, okay? Sometimes they're just either not in the right place, or they're too long. So I like to look at those and maneuver those. Make this one a little bit on the shorter side. So you see how we just cut the ribbon streamers so they're not so long and wild. They're a little bit more cleaner. All right, so here, oh goodness. I had a feeling the back was gonna be a hot mess because the wreath was very thin. Okay, first things first, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the wires. Remember that attach the sign. And then if you have the steel picks, you can just fold those inward. Definitely don't want those to scratch the door. Now what I want to do is cover all of these up with a silk flower leaf. I'm going to grab my glue gun and put some glue on the end. And then just place this on top.